worry, be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry, be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry, be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry, be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry, be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry, be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry, be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry, be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry, be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry, be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry, be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin.
Narinig. Pero okay na po ako narinig po.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Good, good. Eight teams remain, 8 dreams still alive. But after tonight, only 4 will have their fire burning. The road to glory starts here, where every possession is important, where every shot could be the decision maker. In the Elite 8, the lights are bright, but only the fearless will survive. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Pinoyliga, the big dance, Elite 8. My name is Kiko Maligdem along with Justin Alfonso, and later we'll be talking to Bianca Tagarda as we bring you the Elite 8 matchup, as we do have a quadruple header of action here in the AMORANTO Sports Complex in Quezon City. Good morning, Justin. Elite 8 na tayo.
Yeah, good morning. We have the best 8 teams left here at the big dance. I'm excited for today. We got 4 really good games, and it's going to start here with the first one.
At tulad ng sinasabi ni Justin, we do have a quadruple header starting with Adamson versus St. Clare, followed by Mapua and Perpetual. Third game will be JRU versus Benil Blazers. And lastly, the fourth game will have EAC Generals and Enderan College Titans. The top 4 teams in the big dance are in the Elite 8. While syempre, nandiyan yung surprise team, ang Cinderella team na Enderan College. But we will now focus on the first game, and we call it the Rise to Greatness. It's the St. Clair Saints going up against the top seed, Adamson Falcons. What can we expect from this?
Yeah, both of these teams are very, very talented. But the one matchup na talagang tinututukan ko is Cedric Manzano going up against Babacar and Dong.
Wow.
That's gonna be one great matchup. Both really powerful players that can impact their teams in a lot of ways. So I'm excited to see that matchup moving forward here in our first matchup.
Napunta naman natin ang unang team, ang St. Clair Saints. Siyempre, kakapanalo lang nila in the Sweet 16 as we can see over Olivares Sea Lions. The score was 70-57. What happened in this game?
I think when you shoot 42% from the field, that puts you in a good position to win the basketball game. And also, St. Clair loves to live and die by that three-pointer. They made 9 three-pointers in that game, and let's see if they can shoot a lot better here. And the key players, like we said, Babacar and Dong, Justin Bautista, Charles Burgos, JB Lim that we're really high on, Drick Acosta. This team, their keys to winning is to hustle. More chances of winning if they go after every single loose ball, every single 50-50 ball. That puts them a good chance here to beat Adamson in this first game.
Punta naman natin ang top seed, ang Adamson Falcons, and they reached the Elite 8 after defeating the Diliman Blue Dragons. What happened in this game, Justin?
Also, another field goal story here. They shot 51% from the field. I mean, that is great for a team that will be high octane, shooting a lot of shots. Another thing, too, is they limited their turnovers to only single digits, 9 turnovers that game. So if they can take care of the ball the same way they did against Diliman, they're going to be in a good position. Key players, John Earl Medina, we know what he can do. He's a scorer. He's a lengthy guard. We got Enzo Competente, the lefty, Manu Ginobili-like. We got Kenji Cañete, Joshua Barcelona, and of course Cedric Manzano. Had a quiet game, but expect him here to step it up. Keys to winning, they got to dictate that tempo. They need to be in control, because if they don't control the basketball, they don't control the tempo, St. Clair, you can't sleep on them. They might fight back.
I kind of agree with that. Justin, ngayon punta naman natin ang third person sa panel na si Bianca Tagarda with news on both squads. Bianca, good.
Magandang tanghali, Kiko and Justin, and Battle of the Champions nga ang ating matutunghayan for this first match of the Elite 8. As we all know, both the Adamson Soaring Falcons and the St. Clair Saints have a reputable reputation this off-season. They are very busy collecting trophies kaya naman for this big dance. Titingnan natin on who will get to advance to the next round. Kiko and Justin?
Maraming salamat, Bianca, for that. Now, before we start the game, hulaan portion. Justin, sobrang dikit ang laban nito, pero sino sa tingin mo ang mananalo?
Yeah, if you guys saw my prediction on the Pinoyliga social media pages, I predicted that St. Clair is going to win this game. Nothing against Adamson. We know they're the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup champions, but I'm going to pick the underdog here today, and I think St. Clair will come out on top.
Now, kung si Justin St. Clair, ang aking hula naman Adamson Falcons, but by a small margin. So, tignan natin sino tatama sa hula, si Justin o sa akin. Now, punta natin ang venue announcer for the introduction of the starting 5.
Welcome here to Pinoyliga Cup, the Big Dance 25 here at AMORANTO Arena, Quezon City, presented by the Shawarma Shack. It's the Elite 8 battle between the St. Clair Saints versus the Adamson Soaring Falcons. live on the official Facebook page and YouTube channel of Pinoyliga Cup. Now let's meet the starters first from the St.Clare Saints. Starting guard number 0, Justin Bautista. The other guard number 4, Richmond Montejo. Starting forward number 13, Charles Burgos. The other forward number 23, Drake Acosta. And starting center number 57, Babakar Entong. The Saints head coach is Gino Manansala. And now the starters from the Adamson Soaring Falcons. Starting guard number 3, Matt Montebon. The other guard number 15, Ray Allen Torres. Starting forward number 10, Cedric Manzano. The other forward number 20, Eman Anabo. Starting center number 33, Jaire Tumaning. The Soaring Falcons head coach is Nash Rastela. Game referees for this match, crew chief Jess Boras, umpire 1 Dennis Stolik, and umpire 2 John Lesiges.
For both squads, Montebon, Torres, Tumaning, Anabo, Manzano for the Soaring Falcons. For the Saints, we do have Bautista, Monteo, Endong, Burgos, Acosta. Now, this is surprising, Justin. Parang hindi pinantayan ng ni Coach Nash Rosella yung FSA nila with the other FSA ng St. Clare.
Right. I mean, I think that's probably going to be somewhat of a strategy here for Coach Rosella. We know the kind of coaching style that he has, so let's see what that will do here early in the game.
As we see Justin Bautista taking the shot, missing on that one. Rebound ni Montebon. Tumatakbo si Manzano. And seldom that you can see a big man running down the paint.
Cedric Manzano had a quiet game last game, only having 6 points. Now already here, without even a minute yet, putting his name in the game already. So let's see if that will do something towards his aggression and confidence here in our first game.
Tumira ng 3 si Drake. Nagminte si Acosta. Rebound. And right now, si Gaye pala pinasok na nila, no? And apparently si Tomani kasi yung sinabi sa starters, but Gaye is here in the starters for Adamson. Montebon binigay kay Gaye. Oh! And jump ball will be called.
Yeah,
At nakaupo na ang Adamson because of the making the first basket. Pero ang St. Clare mukhang nangangawit na sila. 1 minute have gone by in the opening period.
As we can see, Gaye and Endong are pretty much the same size height-wise, and also their physical body. And look at Cedric Manzano being aggressive early here.
But Manzano misses both shots. And right now, St. Clare has the basketball. Monteo binigay kay Babakar. Endong, oh, what a steal by Gaye. Gaye gets it to Torres. Torres, naghanap ng papasahan. Anabo for the 3. No good. Gaye grabs the board. Gaye gives it up to Ray Allen. Torres, naghanap ng papasahan. Binabantay ni Justine. Torres, 5 seconds to shoot. Anabo loses that one. 1 second, they have to make the shot. No good. Miss. Rebound won by Anabo. And another possession para sa Adamson. And right now, Montebon rather, missing that 3. Dalawang tres na ang nagmimintis para sa Adamson.
Adamson starting off strong early here, taking some shots that, usually you would not see this early in the game. So, I mean, that's a good sign that the Adamson is staying aggressive early in the game.
But then a lane violation is called on Burgos. So bola babalik sa Adamson. Beforehand ito yung exciting matchup na you can see that with the lineup of St. Clare, parang they match up perfectly against Adamson.
And you got guards that are shifty, that are quick, and then you also got bigs that are pretty lengthy. Like we said, Endong and Alison Gaye, pretty much the same size. And you have Cedric Manzano going up against Charles Burgos, who's technically almost the same size as well. But Burgos is a little bit more mobile. So it's going to be some good matchups moving forward here against Adamson and St. Clare.
Montebon has the basketball. He's looking for a teammate. Pick given by Gaye. Torres. 3. Boom!
That's a good-looking shot from Ray Allen Torres. I mean, we've said it before covering Adamson. pangalan niya Ray Allen. So kung hindi ka shooter, tas pangalan mo Ray Allen, di ko na lang alam. Pero, you know, we know Ray Allen Torres, he has that in his bag. So he's gonna keep shooting that as long as he gets the looks.
And Burgos missing that three. Bola muli ng Adamson. Torres. One more chance. Yes, sir, for Ray Allen Torres.
Adamson starting off strong here in this game, especially Ray Allen Torres. That's 5 points out of the 7 that Adamson has so far. Let's see if St. Clair can finally buy a basket here in this possession.
It's 7-0, 6:28 remaining. Burgos, binigay kay Bautista. Burgos, Bautista, fade away, Mintes. Babacar still couldn't make that shot. Burgos grabs the board. Binigay kay Babacar pero naagaw. And now Adamson is on the run. Anabo layup, it's good.
And this is what we're talking about. As long as Adamson dictates the pace, they're going to put themselves in a good position. And so far they are. They're pushing the ball. They're running every chance they get. And they're up 9-0 here in the first quarter.
5:56 remaining. 4 na minuto ng dry ang St. Clair. And that dahil dyan si ang St. Clair nagkaroon ng mga substitution. Escobedo enters the game. Gahanap ng iba pang papasahan. Here comes Lim. JB, jumper. Still no good. Kaya with the board. And look at Adamson. They're really pushing the ball. A jumper there. Mintes si Ray Allen. And now here comes Escobedo against Montebon. Binigay kay Burgos. Escobedo. 3-point shot. Still no good. And look at Adamson. They're really boxing out. Hindi nila pinapayagan si Endong to grab those loose balls.
Yeah, Endong's starting to get some matchup nightmares right now in their previous game against Olivares. No one really matched up with him lengthwise and athleticism-wise. So now he's going up against Demisana, he's going up against Tumaning, he's going up against Alison Gaye. Guys that could match up with his kind of play style. So it's going to be a challenging night for him. And let's see if he steps up.
At ngayon, punta naman natin ang ating courtside report na si Bianca Tagarda with some news. Bianca?
Kiko and Justin never celebrate too early. That's what the St. Clair Saints, headed by Coach Gino Manansala, learned in their past few games in parallel leagues. For the 7P champs, who believes that humility is always the key, that same quote will be very helpful in this Laglagan matches. They are the only non-UAA18 or NCAA team to seal a spot in the Elite 8. Pero ngayon, tingnan natin if they will get past the top-seeded team here in the Big Dance. Kiko and Justin, what do you think sets the St. Clair Saints apart this Elite 8?
Yes, thank you so much, Bianca. Now, ang maganda sa St. Clair, no, because they really know yung kanilang mga roles in this team. That sets them apart here.
And as we saw there, Babacar Endong drives aggressively to the rim. They need to see a lot more of that. But they cannot have easy baskets for Adamson like that. Lanzona just had a banana cut inside the paint, and JB Lim got caught by the screen. If you're the guy, if you're defending a guy that's setting a screen, you got to make sure if you see your teammate getting pinned, you got to go and switch it, emergency switch it so that they don't get an easy layup like that. So a little bit more of adjustments here for St. Clair if they want to come back in the game.
And it took St. Clair 5 minutes and 30 seconds before they could score their first basket.
Right, that's something that they got to learn, adjust to here in this first quarter. They got to get some offensive sets, at least for Babacar Endong. When he had that high post drive, he had a clear lane. So they need to start going to that a little bit more.
JB with the ball. He loses that one. And here comes Adamson on the run. Oh, a turnover. Lim with the recovery. Ibanez for the three. Boom!
And there we go. St. Clair lives and dies by that three-point line. If they can get that going early in the game and shoot well from there, that's going to give Adamson some problems here.
Here comes Tumaning. Binigay ngayon kay Ronzone. Austin back to Tumaning. What a great move there.
What I like about Adamson, they get their attempts through their plays, from screens, from banana cuts, and that's only going to benefit them moving forward. Unlike St. Clair, it's a lot of dribbling, a lot of trying to just penetrate and create something and maybe have an emergency pass down low, which is not going to be sustainable Pero itong si Adamson, they're playing to their system and they can probably sustain that for quite a while.
It's 15-5 as Tumaning. Short on that one. Yung release pa lang ni Tumaning, alam mo nang short on that free throw.
Yeah, last game, Adamson only shot 7 out of 14 from the free throw line. 50%. That's something that you can't do here, especially laglagan itong mga laro natin. If this is a close game, you gotta shoot well from that free throw strike.
Definitely. And now, Escobedo, pinasa kay Mombagna. Mombagna missing on that one. Pinagpahinga na si Endong. And right now, Adamson complete control, 10-point lead. Dimasana, binalik kay Medina. Medina, tres, Nakmintes. And now, St.Clare with the basketball. Kumana na naman si Ibanez, pero hindi pumasok on that try. 5 points only for St.Clare, and we are nearing the 2-minute mark ng first quarter.
One thing I gotta say about that shot, Kiko, si Ibanez, Angelo Ibanez, ang layo nung tinira niya, tas fast break 3-pointer, pero nakita mo yung mga coaches, parang okay lang, keep shooting. So he probably has that in his bag if the coaches are gonna tell him like, that's fine, keep shooting that shot.
May go signal eh. No?
Oo.
Demisana, meanwhile, passes the ball to Perez. And now here comes Ronzone. Balik kay Perez. Ooh, what a move. Pero he traveled on that one. Oh, there was a foul, a push there. As si Coach Gino was asking for a traveling. And initially, I thought it was a traveling. Pero na dun yung push ni Mombagna. Yun.
Ibanez looked like on his help. Bumped Perez there.
Perez has it. Binigay ngayon. Erolon tumira ng 3 minutes. And now, Mombagna with the board. Mombagna looking for a guard. They have to cross it. Oh, great defense. And those were the times na parang bibira na nga yung offense nyo. Biglang na turnover pa. Probably Mombagna should have, went straight sa half court bago niya ipasa eh. No?
And if you're the point guard of St. Clare in that scenario, you go after the ball. You know Mombagna is not going to dribble that ball across the timeline efficiently. There's going to be a high chance that you turn it over. So if you're a point guard, that's your job. Go get the ball. You're going to have to get the ball from that big man.
And right now, Manzano, binigay kay Escobedo. Oh, they're having problems on the offense. Mandria, rather. Oh, a 3-point shot. Ibanez na naman!
Yeah, as we can see, Ibanez really has that in his bag. He shoots it with confidence. He's a straight-up jump shooter. And I like the way he follows through his shots. That's what you have to have when you're going to be a shooter. You got to follow through, and Ibanez has that.
And right now, here comes Erolon. Mandria is now the center. Look at the long arms of Mandria. Iba talaga, no? Iba talaga pag yung center mo, like Mandria, commands respects inside the shaded lane. Hindi ka talaga makakapasok.
Yeah, I mean, you could see his arms. It's almost to his knees. He has that kind of length. And plus, he looks like a very mobile big for his size.
Oh, yes.
He's not those lanky centers that is going to be a liability on defense or on offense. He can move, he can run, he can jump. So it's exciting to see what he'll bring to this game.
Mandria sets a pick. Pero yung pasa ni Monteo was stolen. Mandria with a steal. Here comes Mandria. Moses, he has to keep that ball up. And look at that. Yun yung nagiging problem ni Moses. No? Madali siya mataranta.
You got to give the ball up. You got to find your point guard. And if you're the point guard, you got to go after the ball. You got to command that basketball, especially when you see a big trying to dribble it down the court. You're the floor general. You got to go after that basketball.
And of course, what I see si Moses Mandria is a project. I mean, if he could bulk up, itong si Mandria, naku, mahirap. Maraming pasasakitin ang ulo nito.
He has that Wemby-like
Yes!
feel to him.
Wemby, yeah. Ito si Moses Mandria.
Because, you know, when he was trying to dribble the ball, it wasn't like the worst thing that you see.
Yes,
There's some
definitely.
potential there if he can develop some of his instincts and decision-making. Could be something there for Mandria.
Perez. Pero look at Mandria. Talagang, whenever you're up against this, yung si Mandria, parang matatakot ka talaga eh. You will think twice before driving straight to the hoop.
Yeah, he's such a long player. I mean, he can jump too. That's a thing about Mandria. He can jump. He's long. He's athletic. He has good timing. So there's gonna be some potential there for Mandria moving forward here for St. Clare.
And right now, unfortunately for St. Clare kanina, natawagan si Manzano for that one. No? So, pero ang ganda na ng defense ni Mandria on that one. Pero ito si Perez making one free throw. 16-8 is the score. It's sinasabi natin, you always have to start strong.
Yeah, it's key to have a strong start, especially in games like this where, you know, laglagan dito, if you lose the game, that's it, you go home. So it's key to have a strong start. But then, can you sustain that strong start? So that's something Adamson here has to focus on. They're up right now in the first quarter, but can they do the same here? Especially na itong St. Clare, medyo nakakakuha na sila ng momentum. So let's see here if Adamson can get some stops.
And timeout is called. Mukhang may gusto i-clarify talaga si Coach Nash Rosella regarding the last play na tinawagan ng foul yung team niya. And timeout is called, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back here in the Pinoyliga, the Big Dance.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry. The Only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these Smart Wi-Fi promos today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So, Adamson still leading by 8 points with 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Itong St. Clare, no, they have good FSAs, pero magkaiba yung playing style nila. We have itong si Babacar Endong, I feel it's more comfortable sa offense. Itong si Moses Mandria is more comfortable sa defense.
Agree. I think Mandria is more of a defensive player. I don't think his offense is as polished as Babacar Endong. Si Endong talaga offensively kaya lahat eh.
Oh,
so, let's see.
Oh! Look at the long arms of no!
Yeah, there's you can't develop that. You know, that kind of timing and that kind of length. That's God-given, that kind of length. So Mandria there, great job keeping the basketball alive, and you can just see his towering arms against Perez. And Perez isn't a short player; he's tall too. He's around 6'8", maybe 6'7". So I mean, Mandria has a bright future here for the Saints.
Meanwhile, a three-point shot by Ronzone misses, and after 10 minutes of basketball action here in the Elite Eight, the score is 16-10 in favor of the top seed, Adamson Soaring Falcons. We'll be back.
My future.
Right? What's the plan?
I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Kiko Malikdem along with Justin Alfonso and Bianca Tagarda. We are live here in Amoranto Sports Complex in Quezon City. And this is the Elite 8, the Pinoyliga Big Dance. St.Clare Saints going up against Adamson Soaring Falcons. Who will win this? The Saints will fly. The Falcons will soar. Who will reign after this game?
That's a great intro there for the second quarter, Kiko. Ako yung na-inspire maglaro.
And now, first possession is with St. Clair. And now, dumangkas. Binigay kay Ibanez. Ibanez, tumira muli ng press. Oh my goodness! Third three-point shot.
Angelo Ibanez. Wow, that is a tough shot. Being able to punch, dribble, and fade to the left side in that cross-step back move. Oh my goodness, what a move from Ibanez.
And that is his third three-point shot. And all of the points from the three-point zone ng St. Clair have come galing kay Ibanez.
Yeah, Ibanez is balling out right now. I mean, this is what we're talking about for Adamson. Adamson had a strong start. They dictated the pace to start this ball game up. They went on a 9-0 run, and then now they're only up by 3. You got to sustain strong starts, and Adamson needs to punch back here as St. Clair has their momentum.
And St. Clair sues for time. They're down by 3. We'll be back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Kiko Malikdem along with Justin Alfonso. And of course, Bianca Tagarda on the sidelines. Bola ng St. Clair. 17 seconds to shoot. JB Lim doing the inbound. Nanap nila si Moses. And now, Clint. Balik kay Ibanez, pero short on that one. I think Adamson found out how Ibanez moves, kaya talagang pinantayan na nila.
Ibanez will shoot that basketball anytime he gets a chance. And Adamson needs to be aware. This team, St. Clair, in their previous game against Olivares, attempted 27 three-pointers in that game. Dun palang alam mo, they're gonna live and die by that three-pointer. And honestly, that's what got them back in this game here. So Adamson now, I'm sure they made the adjustment to make sure that they guard that three-point line a little bit better here in the second quarter.
Meanwhile, ito si Clint Manzano. You gotta love si Gaye, no? Itong si Gaye, despite being, a center, talagang mahabol siya, talagang dumidepensa siya, no?
Alison Gaye is an athletic big forward as well. We saw Babacar Endong in the game already. We saw Mandria also in the game. We see different kinds of FSAs. Ito naman si Alison Gaye, kind of reminds me of like a Lester Prosper type
Lester Prosper. Yeah.
Of player, where he's long, he's also physically imposing, where he can use his physical strength down low, and he has some offensive moves. When he gets it down low in the post, he can get some work done. Unlike si Mandria, like we said, more on defense, more on blocking shots, keeping the possession alive. Babacar Endong is more of a slasher, scorer. So it's nice to see what's going to happen here. And what I like to see from Adamson, the dynamic between Gaye and Cedric Manzano being in the game at the same time. You have a typical 5 in Alison Gaye, then you have a prototypical stretch 4 in Cedric Manzano, who could play in the post, who could also play from the mid-range game. So Adamson has a lot of weapons. They just can't let St. Clair get any confidence moving forward if they want to win.
And imagine earlier, It was a 13-2 lead for Adamson, pero slowly but surely, St. Clair is back in the thick of things. 16-13. Grabe oh. 13-2. So it means, parang ano no? Nag 11-3 run ang St. Clair since that one. Ito naman si JB, may hawak ng bola. Binigay ngayon kay Burgos. They're looking for Justine. Babacar is back here. 16-13, 8-14, remaining 7 seconds to shoot. JB! No! Miss! Gaya with a board. Montebon. Calling the shots right now inside the court. Cañete. Gaye has it. Balik kay Montebon. Montebon. Oh! Extra pass.
That's a good pass from Montebon. He gets deep inside into the paint. Saw that. Allison Guy's defender kind of shaded up. A great dump down pass and a perfect execution of a pick and roll.
And right now, Bautista with the basketball. Dumangkas. Binigay kay JBL. Hindi wrestling yan JBL. Ito si Dumangkas for the three. No good. And I think right now, St. Clair wants to wax hot sa outside to give an opportunity sa kanilang inside player to score. And right now, let's hear it from Bianca Tagarda, who has some news from us.
Kiko and Justin, I've talked to Joshua Barcelona of the Adamson Soaring Falcons before the game, and medyo nakaka-nosebleed man siya kausap as he's from England. But he shares to me that back in the UK, football was his first sport. However, upon having uncles and even his dad, the PBA players here in the Philippines, it inspired him to learn basketball as well. For Joshua, he knows the Tagalog language and embraces his role as a bridge among his teammates who mostly came from abroad. Kiko and Justin, what can you say upon the trajectory or yung performance nitong si Joshua Barcelona all throughout the Big Dance?
All right, thank you so much, Bianca. I think si Joshua is trying to feel his way to the team, pero he has shown flashes of brilliance in this tournament so far.
When you come from a different country, a different style of basketball, and you come here to the Philippines, honest to God, I think this is my opinion of Philippine basketball.
Well, based from experience,
yeah,
I know.
based off experience, as we see the Coco Life rebound of the game here. But yeah, going to my experience of, coming from another country and coming here to the Philippines, I think Philippines has a very, very original way of playing basketball. I don't think there's any other place in the world that plays basketball the way Filipinos do. It's so hard to explain when it's like you just gotta have to experience it. The game is a lot more physical. And one thing that I have noticed, you see 6'5", 6'4", center and forwards that are physically imposing. But when you go to the States, 6'4", 6'5" is a point guard. And you don't see that in any other countries. Maybe you see it in Indonesia and some other Southeast Asian countries. But here in the Philippines, you got 6'5" centers that are highly skilled. So I'm sure Joshua has some time adjusting. If you're coming from the UK, that's the European style of basketball. That's a lot of systematic gameplay that's very similar to the Philippines, but there's a lot of talent with that systematic gameplay. So I'm sure Barcelona is going to take some time to really get into the mix of Philippine basketball, and no other place to do it here but Adamson with Coach Racela at the helm,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
who's a legend in Philippine basketball.
Yeah, at saka si Coach Nash medyo talagang pasensyoso. I mean, he has his patience sa pag-develop ng players. And he wants that, yung mga talagang dinidevelop niya And right now, Demesana, oh, what a pass inside, pero block! Ooh, what a block there by Burgos.
One guy that I'm highly on is Charles Burgos. I was teammates with him for a season in the MPBL. I mean, last game against Olivares, 11.7 rebounds. That's a pretty good output. But Charles Burgos has length. He's mobile. He can shoot. He can be in the post. He's like a typical stretch four. So let's see what he can do here against an UAAP team in Adamson.
8 seconds to shoot. Justin, he drives. Drake throws it up. No good. Rebound. Babacar. Mintes pa rin. And Justin was fouled. I mean, those shots na tinitira na sa loob, those were gimmies already if ever, as we take a look at the defensive play of the game brought to you by Buffalo's Wings and Things. Going back to what I'm saying, or I was saying, those shots ni Nababakar were gimmies already if ever na hindi nila kalaban yung kasing tangkad ng Adamson.
Yeah, Adamson has some length to it. Even their local players in Perez and Tenesana, those are some lengthy players with some athleticism to them. So Babacar Endong, Charles Burgos, they're going to have a long night. They're going to be battling inside all day long if they're going to get this dub. As they tie the ball game up and they have a chance to get their first lead here in this game. I mean, St.Clare, once they get things going, once they get some confidence under their belt, they're a hard team to beat. You can't really deny the kind of skill and system St.Clare has, as they're already up here in this game against Adamson.
And the first time they have tasted the lead, 1918. And would you believe that is just the first 2 points of Justin Bautista? Ganun ka sila kaalat ng first quarter.
Yeah, Justin Bautista had a phenomenal game against Olivares, 16.7 rebounds. I mean, that's a really good output.
Yes.
And you could see by all of the players' performances for St.Clare, they got some guys that can really go and play for the Saints.
And right now, St.Clare with a lead. Demisana, his pass stolen by JBL. Lim, may tanga ng bola. He's up against Ronzoni. Ooh! But the official said he was fouled on the way to the basket, so no count.
We can see again our officials starting to call some fouls a little bit more stricter, because they're not trying to disrupt the flow of the game where players are being a little bit too physical, a little bit more of hand grabbing. So they're trying to keep the game clean here so that we could get a good flow of the game, and that's a great job by our referees to do that here in just the first half.
And right now, 19-18, 4:46 remaining as St. Clair has the lead. That was the first, or this is the first time na nakatikim ang St. Clair ng Kalamangan after being down by double digits early on in the first quarter. And I'm not surprised if there's one thing who can really come back from a slow start. St. Clair would be that team.
St. Clair, they got so much weapons, and the way they play is very explosive. Once they get things going, they go. They don't look back. So let's see if they can get that same momentum here going in the second half of the second quarter. And let's see if Babacar Endong can start to get things going. If I'm not mistaken, he only has 2 points so far in this ball game. So let's see if he could get some touches, get some good looks, and get his confidence going here for his squad.
19-18 score, 4:32 remaining. Anabo, binigay kay Erolon, and Ronzone has it. Balik kay Anabo, Perez. Anabo has it. And they're playing that pick and roll thing. That's what I've noticed. Pag may yung big man, talagang nagpi-pick and roll sila.
And they have the advantage to do that because they're bigs when they receive the ball. Pretend they're not down low right away after that pick. They have the ball skills to play in the mid-range area and maybe penetrate, pull up for a jumper. And the guards have good patience too to let the play develop. That's what the pick and roll is sometimes. You got to let it develop.
Anabo, meanwhile, missing on that one. Rebound by Babacar. Endong so far has only scored 3 points in this game. So let's see. He's being guarded well by the defense of the Soaring Falcons. Justin, binigay kay Monteo, 6 seconds to shoot. Drake is also silent so far. And look at the defense by Erolon. Erolon has it. 3-on-2 fast break. But he missed that layup. Drake, binigay kay Endong. Endong! Yes, sir!
And that's what you want to see from Endong, and a great job by St. Clair looking up right away. That's what you got to do. We talked about in the pregame, whoever dictates the pace will most likely have the upper hand in this game. And now it has switched. Adamson did it in the first quarter. Now it's St. Clair dictating the pace.
It's an 8-0 run. Tumira ng tres. Boom!
Oh my goodness, Justin Bautista. That's what we're talking about. This team lives and dies by that three-pointer. And St. Clair is living right now from that three-point strike.
And it's an 11-0 run, ladies and gentlemen. 11-0. Oh, finally. Perez scores on that one. To stop the bleeding para sa Adamson. And would you believe that Adamson has only scored 4 points in this second quarter? Timeout is called as we take a look at the highlights here in the Pinoyliga, the Big Dance.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these Smart Wi-Fi promos today.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice! Don't worry. Be Unli with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus Unli Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now. Hindi aabot ang data.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Kiko Maligdam along with Justin Alfonso and Bianca Tagarda as we bring you this matchup between St. Clare and Adamson. It's before the basket of Perez. It was an 11-0 run by St. Clare. And would you believe, Justin, St. Clare has already hit 5 3-pointers compared to just 1 for Adamson.
Yeah, we know St. Clare to be the team that will really shoot that three to the very end buzzer. I mean, this team will live and die by that, and when you have that kind of play style, you're never out of the game. Like the Golden State Warriors in their prime in 2016, 2017, they lived and died by that three-pointer, and you could never count them out the game. And that's St. Clare here in the Pinoyliga Big Dance.
24-20. Montejo, 7 seconds to shoot. Binigay kay Bautista. Kumana! Boom!
Oh my goodness. That was NBA reigns from Justin Bautista. Back-to-back three-pointers to the young man already.
And right now, Adamson down by 7. Torres, Mintes. And now they're feeling the heat. They're on a dry spell. It's as if they're living in a desert right now. Samantala ang St. Clare, they feel it's like La Niña. Tuloy-tuloy ang pag-ulan ng tres. 27-20. Montejo drives. What a move. Burgos grabs that miss. However, he missed that one. Bola muli ng St. Clare. Back to the basket by Papa Carendong.
A great job there, though, by Charles Burgos, making sure he keeps the ball alive to give them a chance. And that's what we're talking about again in the pregame. Hustle. You got to hustle, go after 50-50 balls, and that's what St. Clare is doing right now as well. Up by 9 here in the second quarter.
Tumira ng jumper. Si Erolon missing on that one. And all of a sudden, Adamson is, is very dry, is very, they couldn't buy a basket. They have only scored 4 points. And we're just nearing the end of the second quarter.
Wow. I mean, this squad right here, the St. Clare squad, they're a fire starter. I mean, once they have the fire on, it's going to be hard to call the firefighters and take it out because they believe and live with their momentum. And St. Clare right now, they have it going here in the second quarter.
29-20, Medina. He has the ball. He has been silent so far. And a turnover.
Wow. I mean, if you're Adamson here in the second quarter, if you're noticing the referees are calling it strict here in the second quarter, if you miss a shot, just get back on defense. Don't try to go after it again or pressure defense right away unless Coach Vasella is telling you to pressure full court. No need to reach, no need to try and grab that basketball. Just lay back, go back on defense, set it up, and try to get a stop.
Mandria, binigay ngayon kay Montejo. Here comes Manzano, 7 seconds. Manzano drives, stolen there by Medina. Erolon back to Medina, layup, it's good!
Great job by John Earl Medina putting the ball forward, using his body against Mandria, who is trailing him, to make sure that he does not get a shot blocked by the long arms of Mandria.
18 seconds remaining. Montejo. They will try to shoot or make the last play in this quarter. Escobedo. Boom!
Oh my goodness. This St. Clare squad is putting on a show here in the second quarter. They're moving the ball, they're penetrating, they're hustling, they're controlling the pace, and Adamson getting the life sucked out of them right now. And let's see if they can punch back here in the second half.
And as we take a look at the second quarter highlights, we'll be back here in the Pinoyliga, the Big Dance.
No worries, dahil only ang saya will TNT Saya All. May only FB, only IG, only Messenger, only TikTok, only ML, only Chikahan, plus data for all apps and sites. Sulit talaga, kaya lipat at load na sa TNT.
My future.
Right? What's the plan?
I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these Smart Wi-Fi promos today. No worries, dahil only ang saya will TNT Saya All. May only FB, only IG, only Messenger, only TikTok, only ML, only Chikahan, plus data for all apps and sites. Sulit talaga, kaya lipat at load na sa TNT.
My My future.
Right? What's the plan?
I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.